To begin in the Middle East because there's no let up this morning in the battle between Hamas and Israel on the Gaza Strip. Overnight, the conflict spread to the West Bank.
Thousands of Palestinians clashed with Israeli troops. One Palestinian was reportedly killed and dozens injured. It was yesterday's deadly attack on a UN school in Gaza that provoked the outrage. At least 15 civilians trying to avoid the violence were killed. Barry Peterson is in Gaza City, where people want to know why they became the targets. Barry, good morning.
They have seen a lot here in Gaza, but even in this place where death comes almost hourly, the attack on the school left people shocked. The wounded and the dead poured into Kamal Edwan Hospital, mostly women and children. The emergency room struggled to cope. When we saw 7-year-old Shahed, she seemed unconscious, but then, a good sign, she opened her eyes. The Red Cross said they were bringing buses, a relative told us. But then we were struck with artillery fire from tanks. The United Nations has turned its Gaza schools into safe havens for nearly 120,000 people displaced by the fighting. And there were still people at this school yesterday after the attack. UN officials gave the school's GPS coordinates to both sides, trying to arrange an evacuation. Instead, there was an attack. Chris Gunnis is a UN spokesperson.
We again say enough civilians, enough women, enough children. They have suffered quite enough in this appalling conflict.
The Israelis say there are numerous examples of Hamas fighters using schools, hospitals, and mosques to hide weapons or coordinate attacks, which makes them a legitimate military target. Israeli Foreign Ministry spokesman Yigal Palmor.
Hamas is using its own civilians, Palestinian civilians, as human shields. This is the main reason for the level of casualties among civilians.
Burials have started for those killed at the school, a sight and a sadness now so common here. The Israelis said among the attacks today they killed an Islamic militant, but there has been retaliation from our position here a few minutes ago. Outgoing Hamas rockets headed for Israel. Now, there is talk around the Middle East about fashioning some kind of a ceasefire, but I got to tell you, here, the pace of killing has not slowed. Nora?
All right, Barry, thank you.